Hello and welcome to this episode of ISV Talks. I'm Carol Livingston, the owner of Dynamics Connections and the host of ISV Talks. And on this episode, I interviewed Maris and Sarunas from SOFT4 Real Estate. And we talk about how their solutions help property managers and other long-term rental companies. Marius and Sarunas, I'd love to have you introduce yourself, guys, if you could do that.
Of course. Hi, Carol. Thanks for having us here. My name is Sharunas Chertakas, and I'm a partner manager here at SOFT4. So main responsibilities on my end are all the channel-related sales activities. Basically, I'm the main point of contact for all our regional partners. When it comes with me being at SOFT4 side, it actually is quite a difficult question to answer. Before I joined the company, I had been a partner for SOFT4 for many years. But in general, when you talk about Business Central, so I have more than 15 years of experience selling Navision before that, and proud to say that my oldest customer was on a Navision 2.5 version. So yeah, I've seen a couple of those versions, so now quite excited to have this all cloud journey ahead of us.
Awesome. And Marius?
Hi everyone, so I am Marius Shichkinas. It is a difficult surname to pronounce, and I am a product manager at SOFT4 Real Estate. So I am responsible for product strategy, internal team, the future of the product, if we can say so. And I have been with SOFT4 company for 1.5 years. Before, I have been working with products in fashion industry and so on, and I switched to IT world in like 2.5 years ago, and I'm really loving it. So thanks for having us.
Yeah, of course. So interesting backgrounds. Well, tell us a little about your products that you have for Dynamics ERPs.
So SOFT4 brand has 4 successful vertical solutions for Microsoft Dynamics BC, which would be SOFT4 Real Estate, Lessee, Leasing, and Factoring.
Okay. And what does your product do?
So our product, it helps customers to switch their homegrown apps to vertical solution, to implement the changes to the businesses and to have all the information in one place to avoid mistakes, save time, save money, and have a fluent workflow in the daily business activities.
And what does your products integrate with?
Well, I'll call that question. I'll let Marius to stress a little bit. Basically, our all add-ons are built on Business Central, which means that if our customers already has Business Central, so it's quite easy to get an add-on for that particular functionality and get up and run it. But some of our partners or customers use it as a standalone solution, which means that for the customers, for the business owners, you can do their primary activities on a standalone solution on Business Central, and you don't have even to log into your core financial ERP. So that sometimes makes the life a little bit easier for them. But yeah, afterwards, if the customer wants to integrate their financial accounting ERP, of course, we can easily do that because we have experience integrating our add-ons with F&O, with Oracle, SAP, with other regional or local accounting solutions. So yeah, we have experience when it comes to that.
Great, thank you for that. So Sarunas, let me ask you, what changes have you seen in the channel? I mean, it sounds like you were a partner and you've worked in the industry for a while. So what changes have you seen in the industry or the channel in recent years?
If we're talking about the trends, so I guess I would like to talk about a few ones. The first one, probably we have already noticed 5 or 7 years ago that the partners have been changing their minds a little bit from building everything that client wants into, which means that you don't have to reinvent the wheel when our partners have already built a car on it. So why not to use the knowledge, the experience that our partner has? The second, of course, it's the adoption of the new tools. And I'm not talking about the new functionality that BC will provide us or the Microsoft is planning to implement in upcoming years, but I'm referring to one of our hottest topics today, which is artificial intelligence. Now there's a lot of buzz around the topic,
Yeah.
And we already see how different departments, sales or marketing departments across our partner channel are trying to adopt this tool and using it for different scenarios, how it make both partners and customers' life easier. So it's actually quite exciting to see how significant the impact was when the AI was introduced, what has it done for last year, and how actually the business processes will change in upcoming few years. So these are probably the major four changes that we have seen so far. And yeah, it's actually quite exciting times to lead on those changes.
Yeah, so kind of prior to having kind of built-in solutions, so you're saying people are creating custom solutions or homegrown solutions.
What I wanted also to emphasize that probably back in the past, partners were keen on developing everything by themselves. Of course, it generated a little bit revenue, but to be honest, it generated a lot of headaches as well. So that's why we wanted to also get rid of that and tried to establish this kind of open and flexible relationship with our partners. So we could benefit from each other knowledge, benefit from each other experiences, rather than create this kind of a competition between us.
Awesome. Marius, can you tell us how did the company get started and tell us maybe what's the backstory of SOFT4?
Well, SOFT4, which is a part of SOFT4, has been started in 2013 by a small group of IT professionals who just wanted to establish a company which would be different from others. And they have succeeded. Of course, the foundation was made with Microsoft products, but moreover, they wanted this IT company to be inviting and to have a pleasant atmosphere for the people who is working at SOFT4. Till this day, we believe that good atmosphere and happy colleagues equals to smooth workflow and happy customers. So it is simple as that. They just wanted to live a better lives in better environment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it seems to me like your employees are happy. So I met a few of you at the Directions Conference in North America earlier this year. So can you maybe talk about a story of maybe how you helped a customer and a little bit of details how you added value to their organization or their systems or processes?
Well, I would like to believe that we are helping all our clients for the beginning. But what stands out for me the most is not the success stories, but our typical clients who are coming with unique properties and challenges to manage them. Although software real estate solution is meant for commercial real estate management, we have managed to implement the solution in untypical ways. For example, one of our customers in Canada uses software real estate solution modified to fit bus renting industry. And they use meter readings module to track the mileage of the buses rented. Also, we have a client in Australia who uses software real estate in camper van renting industry. And currently we are working on implementing the solution to fit filming industry needs to manage the rent of studios, cameras, and all the inventory that comes with it. So these are more typical cases are the stories that stands out for me the most, because it shows that our solution is very capable and adaptive when you apply just a bit of creativity. And I personally count them as success stories and the stories when we help the customer.
Not your typical commercial property type of rentals then. It sounds like you've also gotten into. What are kind of commercial properties? So what does that mean?
So our usual clients who are managing commercial properties are just like offices, shopping centers, and so on. But when we speak about the property management as an industry or the rentals industry, all the companies are a bit different and they operate in different places in the world. They have different laws, finance environments, and so on. So we don't have a usual customer, but we would like to believe that the most simple one would be just an office center or a shopping mall.
Office buildings, yeah, okay, industrial spaces, okay. So are there any big trends happening in the industry now?
Well, yeah, the industry is always changing, but at the moment there are several trends that is shaping the way businesses operate. One of them would simply be increased demand. Uh, for example, property managers are adapting to this demand by introducing the technology and optimizing processes to efficiently manage their portfolios because they're growing so much. Secondly, it would be emphasis on tenant experience, which has become one of the top priority for property management. Property owners and managers have to be providing exceptional customer services to attract new customers, and which is why they're using tenant portals as a technology to avoid phone calls and have seamless communication in payments, agreements, maintenance requests, and so on. And of course, last but not least, would be remote property management. Since COVID, the world has changed as well as the real estate industry, and the mobility for all the people is more important than ever before. This is why we have a noticeable increased demand for digital tools and cloud-based technology as well.
Yeah, definitely. So tell us a little bit about why partners would want to work with SOFT4.
Because it's simple, if I can say so. Working with SOFT4 is simple and stress-free. If you're looking from a partner's perspective, we have a lot of advantages which require years of experience to develop. So, such as partner program and partner onboarding processes, in which partner knows step by step the process from the very beginning. Also, we have up to 50% margins. What would be the most important for me if I would be working with an ISV is that we have an in-house support team and we don't outsource any stuff from other countries, and we have dedicated consultants for every partner. So partners always gets to know the person in contact and has a personal interaction, and usually they are getting kind of close. So yeah, my main points would be clarity in partner program, profitability, simplicity, and simply human interaction.
If I may add, well, as a partner manager, of course, I'm interested on both parties to be successful. And from our side, of course, we can provide the best pre-sales or sales support when it comes to our partners. We're lucky enough to have on-site in our office people who actually came from property management industry. So they know not even the technical side, but also the business side. So when we are delivering demos, demonstrations, or deeper discussions to get the partner to a customer, so our consultants can share their expertise from working back in the day at the property industry. So that, of course, leaves and creates a bigger trust both for a partner and a customer using our solution, understanding their needs. And as we say, we're trying to speak the customer's language and not to be too technical, too advanced in IT words and nothing like it.
Nice. It sounds like having been in the industry as part of your team, that really helps because they speak the same language, right? In the property management world, it's really useful.
Oh, definitely. They know the issues, they know the problems that they're facing. So, of course, it's better to connect, better to build that trust that is needed from a customer.
Yeah, and even anticipating, right? Like maybe they haven't asked the question yet, but they know that they probably need to get into a topic or an area because they have that experience. So,
Exactly.
yeah, that's great. I don't know if I told you my story. I was a property accountant for a while.
Okay.
I worked for a company that owned and worked with third-party owners. I understand a little bit. So what other differences do you bring to the table with your solutions?
Well, the main difference that I would like to emphasize is the Microsoft structure itself. So as we speak about the Business Central, about the possibilities with it, about the Power Platform, or even Power Apps. So this would be the main difference. And usually when we speak with our clients, the struggles that we have is when they need a customization and integration possibilities, and customers are struggling to find a system which would be the most similar to their business needs. And they have to either find a system which fully supports their needs, or if the system couldn't be found, they have to find the one which could be customized to the needs. And we all know that Business Central is perfect for that. And of course, one more struggle would be integrations. So many companies who are moving from homegrown apps or homegrown systems has some outsourced solutions for maintenance, finances, or whatever. So the struggle or the challenge is to move the information and to develop an integration. So in this case, customers has to use the modification-friendly system as BC to have a possibility to develop the needed changes. And with BC, here comes real estate, and we are capable to manage the modifications and implement the solution, which would be the most perfect for every different client.
So, well, based on your experience or what you know about the real estate and property management customers, what are they trying to improve in their operational efficiency?
Well, property management as an industry are growing like never before. We have a lot of companies throughout the world who are outgrowing their current capacities, and simple spreadsheet management style doesn't work anymore. So for that simple reason, customers have a pain point to solve, which includes more than operational efficiency, but also finances, support, human resources, and so on. So my point is that implementation of solution itself is a massive improvement in operational efficiency when combining all the information and processes to one simply reachable system. And property management includes pretty significant amount of specific information such as tenants, contracts, maintenance, finances, and so on. So you can imagine what a difference it makes when companies move from paper sheet management style to Business Central and software real estate as well. It is a massive improvement in efficiency.
Yeah, the spreadsheets can only take you so far. Then you need
yeah, it works for a couple of properties, but when the company grows.
Right. So what's a typical size of a customer?
Well, it depends, but let's say from 15 property lines, rooms, or something to a couple thousand.
Oh, okay. Is there any big pain points that that's happening in the industry that you'd like to talk about for customers and partners that they're dealing with?
There is, and the pain points are pretty stable, if I can say so. They are very repeatable. We even have an internal joke that our main competitor is spreadsheets because our clients are always battling with them. From there, we have such pain points as human errors, faulty or misleading information. So when we are speaking about the ERP system itself, its purpose is to avoid these pain points. And when we are implementing them, we are simplifying their daily lives and eliminating manual work errors and spreadsheet errors, if I can say so. I guess these pain points are not industry specific, but as a trend, they are real and we fight those almost every day.
Yeah, I like that your biggest competitor is spreadsheets. That's really interesting. So what's kind of in conclusion, kind of what do you see as driving customers and partners to come and talk to you?
For the last 4 or 5 years, what we're trying to do is we're trying to share a little bit of insights of how we actually developed the product. So we're sharing not only our success stories of a product that we successfully launched, but also some mistakes that we have made along the way with all the partners, with all the customers, so they would be aware about the issues that as the partners, as the vendors were facing. And it's not only unicorns or rainbows all the time. So Carol, you mentioned that we have met each other at Directions. Yes, we're constant members at those type of conferences. We came from Directions North America and went straight to Directions Asia. And during those conferences, our colleague Ugnas has actually presented few topics. One was how to be successful products. Another was creative ways how to market your products on a small budget. Those two topics, what it has shown us, and from attendees that actually participated in the sessions, they showed that the topics are quite interesting for our partners to understand how it should be done, what techniques should be used, what theories can be used in a real life instead of books, and so on. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to keep this kind of open relationship, open discussion with our partners, so they would be aware about the issues that they're going to face based on our own experience. So I guess this is the main or an additional driver that helps us to establish new connections, establish new relationships, just not being afraid to talk about challenges, talk about mistakes that we have made, and to spread the news quite openly. So this is what we're trying to do, and I guess this trend will keep up doing in the future as well.
Yeah. Marius, what are you seeing that's driving customers or partners to come talk to you?
Well, I guess Sharunas said it all. As I said before, simplicity, honesty, human interaction, and just a clear view about the programs, about our possibilities, capabilities, and so on. So just a clarity.
All right. Tell us, how wide is your partner network and where are they located?
To start with, we have a little bit more than 50 partners globally, which are implementing either one of our SOFT4 solutions. So back in US, in Canada, in Africa, in Asia, in Oceania, Australia, and of course in Europe as well. What we have noticed so far and what we're trying to do is we're trying to build products and its functionalities so it would be more or less applicable across the globe and not to focus on a precise region or a particular country. So that helps not only us, but of course our partners to succeed and to get more customers, as they can get some success stories, get some references from our regions and see how our clients or partners are dealing with that particular situation that their current prospect or lead are trying to deal with.
Well, thank you, Marius and Sarnis, for joining today. And if you want to reach out to them, here's their contact information and their website. So thank you again for joining us.
Yeah. Thank you, Carol. Feel free to reach out.
Thank you, Carol. It was a pleasure to talk to you. And of course, all the partners out there, don't hesitate to reach out to us through email, through LinkedIn. Happy to continue the conversation about software products.
Well, thank you, friends, for joining our session today on ISV Talks, and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.